My name is Amanjit Kaur. So today I will explain two approaches and two theories and two frameworks. So the first historical approach is given by the John Locke, who introduced the idea that children are born as a blank slate, which is also known as the tabula rasa. This means that children's knowledge and behavior are shaped entirely by what they experience and what adults teach them. For example, if I expose children to positive, enriching experiences like stories, music, painting, and play, so they are more likely to grow into confident and capable learners. So, this approach helps me to understand how important it is to create a nurturing and well planned in learning environment that supports children's development from the very beginning. So, in my future teaching, I will make sure to plan and engaging meaningful activities that leave a strong and positive impacts on the children's learning and identity. So the second contemporary approach is from the Maria Montessori. She believed that children are naturally curious and learn best through the hands-on activities in a well-organized space. So in this method, children are seen as capable and independent learners who should be given the freedom to explore and make choices. For example, I might set up a practical life corner in the classroom where children can practice pouring water, folding napkins, or butting clothes. So, these simple activities help children to build motor skills, concentration, and independence. So, this approach helps me to understand that children do not always need direct instruction. Sometimes they learn best when they explore and solve problems by their own. So, in my classroom, I will create a learning space that encourages independence and active learning. So the next one is Piaget's cognitive development theory. So Jean Piaget believed that the children do not just sit and receive information. They are actively learner by exploring, playing, and interacting with the world around them. So there are four stages of cognitive development. The first one is sensory motor stage where babies use their senses and movements. The second one is pre-operational stage where children use language and imagination. Third one is concrete operational stage where children think logically. And fourth one is the formal operational stage where teenagers can think in more complex and in abstract ways. So this tells me that young children love role playing activities like pretending to be a doctor and teachers. So these activities helps to develop their memory, thinking, creativity, and a language. And this theory also helps me to understand that what type of learning is suitable for child's age and stage. So in my future teaching, I will just use the imaginative play and the storytelling to just support the cognitive development in young children. Vygotsky's sociocultural theory, where Vygotsky said that children learn by talking and working with others. So, learning happens through the social interactions and use of the tools like language. So, he just introduced various key points, and the first he introduced the zone of proximal development, which is the gap between what a child can do alone and what they can do with help. He also introduced scaffolding, which means that giving help to a child when they're learning something new. And he also talked about a more knowledgeable other cultural tools like language and sign, language and thought. And he also talked about social interactions where children learn by being around people and joining in conversation and group activities. I learned from this theory that children learn best when they interact with others. So I just will plan more group activities where children can work and play together. And I understand that children need some help when they're learning something new. And I will give them support and slowly step back as they become confident. And I will use the zone of proximal development to just plan activities that are just right, not too easy and not too hard. And I learned that language is very important for learning. So I will just talk with children often, ask questions, and encourage them to express their ideas. So the next one is EYLF, that is the Early Years Learning Framework, and it is based on the three big ideas, that is belonging, being, and becoming. And it has five learning outcomes. The first one is strong sense of identity, where children feel safe, loved. Second one is connected with and contribute to their world, where children learn to share, care, and be a part of a group. Third one is strong sense of well-being, where children feel healthy and happy. Fourth one is confident and involved learners, where children explore, ask questions, and solve problems. The fifth one is effective communicators, where children express themselves by talking, drawing, and singing and playing. I learned from this framework how to build trust and caring relationships, and I plan group and nature activities that teach them teamwork and respect. I also learned from this to support their feelings and provide a calm and safe space, and to encourage curiosity through the play and hands-on learning. It also support all kinds of communication and build language skills. So the next one is national quality standard. The NQS helps educator to maintain high quality learning environment, and it includes the seven quality areas such as relationships, program design, health and safety. It helps me to meet children's physical, emotional and educational needs. It continuously monitor and improve teaching practices. So in my curriculum and planning, I will use the NQS to reflect on whether my teaching is effective and safe. For example, the quality area once say the program should be responsive to children's interest. So if I notice that children are curious about insects, I might change the plan and add a bug exploration table to just follow their interest. So, in my future role as an early childhood teacher, I will use all of these approaches, theories, and framework to plan learning that is fun, purposeful, and respectful of every child's unique ability and background. And I now understand that every child learns differently, and it is my job to create an environment where they feel safe, valued, and inspired to grow. Thank you for your patience and have a nice day.